Hi everybody. Today I get to talk a little bit about a gaming system that definitely has a place in history and influenced significantly the whole gaming industry at a time. And I'm talking about the Famicom Disk System. This was a peripheral for the Famicom system, which is the Japanese equivalent of the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was it's a floppy drive attachment to the Famicom. And you can see here a nice little picture of how it attaches to the Famicom system. Now this system allowed for games in a floppy format to be played, and they had a whopping capacity of 128 kilobytes. This was released in 1986, and the main reason for this release was to help drive down the costs of games into a more affordable and available format at the time. The system itself had an extensive library with over 200 games released for the system. Many of the games were released both on the Famicom and in this floppy system drive. But there are several very famous franchises that had its original start or launch in them. One of the most notorious and very little known franchise was actually The Legend of Zelda. It made its debut on the Famicom Disk System, and later on was then issued and published on the Famicom / Nintendo Entertainment System. So this was the original start of Zelda. Here are some samples or some games and how they look. So this one, for example, we got a Mario Golf game, and they are literally floppy disks, Nintendo branded. And some famous games that came out at the time. We have one of my favorite series, Castlevania Akumanjo, Mario Bros 2, a couple other titles here, Kid Icarus, and The Legend of Zelda 2. Pretty neat. Now these drives, you can still find them in Japan. The problem with a lot of these is they're old, so some of the belt systems in them, some of the magnetic heads, and some of the mechanical parts on these types of systems don't age very well and require some maintenance. So some advice or tips if you're going to be buying one, make sure to ask and inquire if they are fully functional or if they require any maintenance, when's the last time they used it, etc. But definitely a collector's item and has a place in history, given its origination of some of the most famous franchises we have today. If you ever own one of these systems and played with one of these Famicom Disk systems, hey, please share your experiences, tell us what your favorite game was, and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching the video, and hope you liked it.